Sri Lanka. They're going at better than a run a ball, 13 without loss. This is over number 2 still.
Yeah, fuller ball from Jordan Neal, who is also a young and promising Irish cricketer, born 2006 in Cape Town, South Africa. So he's also a batsman, and
he's a right arm medium fast bowler. He's an all-rounder playing for the Island Wolves. And again, this platform is where you want to showcase your skills to be picked for the national side.
Jordan Neal has represented Ireland in the under-19 level. He's even captained the team during the tour to England. And they will certainly want to come back and not allow for Sri Lanka to run with a lot of runs, because you just called it 14 runs on the board without a wicket lost into the second over. I think you had a question, Roshan.
Did you say England? England is next door to Ireland. I think they might, yeah, they will fly, but I think they can go by land, if I'm not mistaken. Can they? I'm not sure. No, I think they got to fly. Not in control. That hurried a little bit and surprised Kamil Mishara. The ball was onto him a little bit quicker.
Well, I remember from Northern Ireland, we went by bus all the way to England, but that was where from Ireland we took a bus to travel to Northern Ireland, and then we went to England. So it is next door. It's easy to be in Ireland and in England, and that's why a lot of Irish players get the opportunity to play in the club of England. Right, that'll be the end of the over. 16 without loss.
See, that's the length Ireland should be looking to bowl on the surface.
They won the toss, they decided to bowl. Obviously, there was a tinge of green on the surface, so they would have been encouraged by the fact that there was some green. So whatever the new ball could offer, maybe you got to be looking to pitch the ball up. Look for that movement. So far, we haven't seen any movement at all. So it tells you that the surface can turn out to be a beauty. So the question is, what is a good score on this surface?
Yeah, but it's very important that you do not allow for the batters to settle, because once the batters settle on this kind of a wicket, you can look for a lot of runs. Sri Lanka have started really well. In the first 2 overs, they got 16, which means they are scoring 8 runs in over. They will want to continue with that tempo, for sure. It's been a little bit of an attacking field now from the skipper, Hoy. Put 2 fielders at the slip cordon.
See, you could see that obviously Ireland needs wickets here. They don't want, as you said, to let a partnership settle in, because this surface, to me, can only get better, because we do know that the temperatures are quite high here. The sun tends to suck out whatever water that the surface has, so I'm sure the groundsman would have watered the surface just to make sure that the surface holds together quite well, binds well together. That's a wide. So the watering is important, but also I think the sun that beats over this area just tends to take all the water away. So it can just give the batters that dryness, just enough dryness on the surface, not too much, because I don't think the ball will start to turn from anywhere because there is a good grass covering on the surface. So that we haven't seen too many dry areas where the ball can turn. So I think runs and runs, that's the name of the game.
Yeah, a little uppish, but away from the field at the point region. That's true. There will be a lot of runs because if you look at the wicket, as you mentioned, it will only get better and better for the batters. But the key is, again, if you can make sure that you bowl into the proper line in length, indicated earlier that they need to bowl into that channel and length and just playing with that outside the off stump line.
Tom Mays, who's bowling his second over. He's shown some promise in the domestic cricket for the Cricket Ireland. He played with the Northern Knights, and his impressive performances have earned him the call-up to the Ireland men's squad for tour of Bangladesh and Sri Lanka in early 2023. In first-class cricket, he showcased his bowling prowess, taking 22 wickets in 4 matches at the average of 20.14. So he is another talent to watch out for. Yeah, this is better bowling. Not allowing the batters to get underneath it, and also not giving much of a width. End of the over, a good one from Ireland, 20 without loss.
Looks an easy pace pitch. Look at that shot Lahiru Dara played. Just got on the front foot to a ball that was on a length. Just pushed it through to mid-off. Didn't time it, but it's not the kind of pitch that we have seen the ball move around a lot. It's coming onto the bat. Hardly any lateral movement. Nothing in the air. So the batters that are in will want to make the most of it.
Yeah, it'll be wide. That's the kind of a day as a batter, Roshan. You don't want to get out. Don't want to make any mistake. And then you pull things back a little nicely, because it seemed like it was going not so good for Ireland, giving away 16 runs in the first 2 overs. In the last over. And then in this one, they have pulled those areas, bowling a little tighter lines in the lengths. So what this means is, if Sri Lanka have to score, it is they just have to create those opportunities for run making. The tight line in length will mean that Ireland will not want to give away anything for free. Tri-Nation Series between Afghanistan Abdalian, the Afghanistan A side, Ireland Wolves, the Ireland A side, and Sri Lanka A. Remember, they used to call themselves Lions, but they prefer now going by Sri Lanka A. It's going to be a wonderful opportunity for these emerging players of all these 3 cricketing nations. Oh, that's a good shot. Again, won't run down to the boundary. Just a couple. Have you looked at, sorry Roshan, you just wanted to say something, but I have this question to ask. Have you looked at your accreditation card and do you see these marks and signs? Would you know what they stand for?
Well, I've heard that there is a great significance about these logos that our accreditation carries. So it's connected, I believe, to the nation of Afghanistan, and it's for you to try and explain to us.
Yeah, with pleasure, of course. But for now, let's enjoy this wonderful shot. First maximum, and what a shot that was.
That's not great bowling. That was banged in short. Kamil Mishara having time to rock inside the line and hit it over square leg. Still the field restrictions are on, so just 2 fielders allowed outside the 30-yard circle. So anything. Just look at this. Got inside the line and swung it away. Good timing. Went the distance. Ireland will have to be mindful of the lengths and lines they bowl. Jordan has gone for a few. Hasn't really bowled with any kind of control at all.
Absolutely. We were just talking about how maybe they have started pulling off things, but probably just getting a little excited, trying one thing too many, going for a short delivery, and that too towards the leg side. It was very easy to put away for a maximum. Yeah, once again, trusting the full delivery, but they will run the single. That's been a good batting display from Sri Lanka. End of the over, number 4, 31 without loss. So I was talking to you about those signs on our accreditation cards and also on the boards when you see just where you see the Tri-Nation Series, and on top of it you see those elements. Oh, that's a good delivery. That's a good one. Again, the fuller ball from Tom in inviting the drive. No connection at all. Didn't read the line. Didn't get behind the line of the ball, I guess.
Well, that's the perfect line or perfect length to bowl. That's where bowlers will be attempting or targeting, that is foolish deliveries, hoping for some movement, hoping for an outside edge earlier on with a newish ball. Don't forget, 2 new balls, so the freshness, the newness of the ball can be retained. This is good. This is really good. Good line, good length, and a good leave, I must say, from Kamil Mishara. Making sure knows where his off stump is.
Yeah, absolutely. So just coming back to my point about Afghanistan being the land of hospitality, there are also some significant elements attached to the name of Afghanistan. One among them is mountains. Afghanistan is a mountainous country.
Yeah, we have seen a little bit of it. When I was there, it's also beautiful, isn't it? It has some lovely places. Brilliant. That time I think he's gone. Yes. This is very clever bowling. Tom just kept probing away around that off stump. And again, just keep an eye on the length and the little bit of movement and bounce the bowler had. Perfect line and length. Had Kamil Mishara pushing just enough to find that outside edge.
Yeah, very, very good bowling that, really. I was just playing with that outside the off stump line. Tom Mays provided that first break to the Iron Wolves. Sri Lanka lose their first. Kamil making only 13 runs goes back. The long walk to the pavilion. Sri Lanka are 31 for 1. Nuanido Fernando out in the middle because Ireland Wolves have been able to get the very first breakthrough they were looking for. That's the way to go about on this surface. And you need to break the partnerships, not allow for Sri Lanka to settle in, and if they occupy the crease for a longer period of time, I tell you, this is a very good wicket and they certainly can score big. That was a good comeback from Tom Mays, who was among runs in the first over, came back really well in the second over, and so good in the third over that he hasn't yet conceded a run and has already got a wicket as well. Yeah, that outside the off-stump line.
The slip cordon's been strengthened, 2 slips and a gully. The strength about Tom Mays is the fact that he's very good line and length bowler. He doesn't try to bowl too quickly, but he runs in and lands the ball on good areas. And also, the channel is excellent. The one that had Kamil Mishara made him play. He had to play. And now the first delivery to Nuanidu was a good one.
Yeah, well, in the emerging tour of Ireland Wolves to West Indies in the late 2023, Tom Mays achieved a 10-wicket match haul against the West Indies Academy with the figures of 5 for 64, 5 for 75. A different format, though, but tells about the skill set that this young lad has got. He will continue to be a key player for the Ireland Wolves. He's contributed both with the ball and a valuable lower order run getter. Now Ireland Wolves want wickets from him. Yeah, that's the channel. He's found his way. First medal for Ireland Wolves. A wicket taking over. 31 for 1. About Afghanistan, we talked about the mountains it has, and I know you visited Paghman. It's a beautiful valley. It's another good shot. Will run down to the boundary or not. That's good fielding, really good fielding, good commitment shown from the fielder down at the deep, running hard and making sure that it does not give away the boundary.
Yeah, you spoke about Paghman. That was a beautiful place. I mean, those castles that we went